Hello viewers, welcome you all to today's video, and in today's video we are going to learn the function index. So you might have noticed me using index function in some of my previous videos. So let's deep dive into that and let's learn that function in depth. Okay, so first of all let's see what index means in terms of Excel's language. It says that it returns a value or reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and column in a given range. So let's start decoding from the last. It says that in a given range. So we are going to pass a range or an array as an input to this function. So let's pick, so it can be used with two set of arguments, but we are just going to see the first set of arguments for today's video. So the first argument is going to be an array argument, and the second argument is going to be the row number, and third is an optional argument, that's a column number. So let's go ahead and let's see how it works. Now I have a table called Avengers in front of me, and I'm going to use this table as an input for this formula. So I have used this Avengers table and column Avengers as the input. So that's my first argument. That's done. And now let me pass some row number, let's say 5, and third argument is an optional argument. In this case we have just one column, so either you can mark it as 0 or you can leave it as it is. If you leave it as it is, it will take that as a 0 value by default. So otherwise you can even pass this argument as 0. Okay, I got the result as Black Widow. Now let's go ahead and see 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, Black Widow is the 5th person in this list. Now let's see 7. It says Groot. Black Widow is 5 6 7. So we got we have passed an array as an input, and then we had to come up with the row number and column number. Assume you have more columns in this case. This will actually help you to so assume if you have more columns in this case, then you can pick the column in a dynamic way using match function. So I will show you how to do that as well. Alright, so I think this must be clear. Now let's try out one more thing. Instead of passing this entire array, let's pass it from the middle. Let's see what happens. Now we ended up with an error message because it is actually A4 to A9, which is just I think 5 or 6 references. 2 3 4 5 6, but out of 6 we have asked that to pick the 7th value. So that we ended up in an error message. So let's modify this. Got it. So now we got the value. So 6 was the maximum limit of that array, and now since we have passed the value as 6, it was able to pick the last value from the array. Right, now we are in a better shape. So I hope you understand what index means now. Now let us go towards the advanced next level, that is index plus match. Okay, so how index match is different from Vlookup? I will tell you how it is actually different, and I normally prefer index match over Vlookup, because when you have Vlookup, when you use Vlookup, the key value, the search value that you are going to use in Vlookup, that should always fall on the left side. Okay, so I will show you that with one more example. We can go ahead and we can start using one of my previous example. Wait, we have seen about this match function already in our previous videos. In case if you have missed out, please go back and have a look into this match function. This match function is used to return a number, a number and it can search an array and it can return the matching position of a item in an array. So that's the use of match function. So I'll show you how it works in this case. In this case, I need to find out first occurrence of start and extract corresponding number. So this is my problem statement. So let's see how this can easily sorted out using the index and match. Okay, so let's start writing the formula index. So here I need to know the corresponding number that comes with start. So in this case it's going to be this is the first occurrence of start, and I need to get the value as 3. Okay, so index. So the first argument is going to be my output array, because I need to travel this array and I have to pick the 4th element from this. This is my output array, comma, match, which value needs to be looked up, start value, start, comma, and from which array, it's going to be from text array, comma, and exact match. I need to go for let me go for exact match, comma. So this is going to return me the value as 4, and then with row number 4 I am going to extract the value from my previous column. So let me just ignore the column number now. Okay, that's cool. So we got the value as 3. Now we have 3 values. I mean we have another 3, and we have 3 values in the output array. Let's verify this by changing the value to something which is not in the array. Let me change this to 9. Okay, so it's actually pointing to this particular element. So let's debug what match has returned. It's select the piece of formula and press F9. So now you can see that it has returned the value as 4, which is actually the correct one. So undo. So that's the so that's the feature of index plus match. So index, it can take an array, take a row number and a column number, and then it can return the particular value as the as an output. And when used with match, it can help you to dynamically match the corresponding values. Right, you can't actually use Vlookup in this example because your search values are actually, your result output array is on the left side and your search array is on the right side. In order to use Vlookup, you must have it in a reverse way. So I will show you how it works. Let's try this with the Vlookup. It's not going to work actually. Start lookup value. Actually we need to look for the value start. From which array? It's going to be from this array, comma, column index number. So here I need to pass a number, which column it has to look for. This output column is actually on the left side. Let's see if this works. -1, comma, exact match. So I ended up with an error message. So let's try passing 0. Okay, even it's not able to find 0 also. So you get the value as start. In this case, since the output array is on the left side of your search array, you can't use Vlookup. So it's better to go for index match instead of using Vlookup in most of the instance, because you can't judge where your columns are going to be residing. So you can just take any search array and you can take any output array by going for the index plus match. So that covers both index and index plus match. So that's it for the day. I hope you would have learned something new, and this is going to be one of the powerful tip in the lookup area. Yeah, thanks for joining.